What it do, Dream Team? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and in this one we have weird, obscure laws that still exist in Australia. So sorry about that, but what weird laws y'all got? I feel like every country has their own set of weird laws that make no sense at all. Not only to the people in their country, but especially the people outside of their country. We're like, how in the world did that become a law? So I'm excited to see what Australia's are. Before we jump in, however, if you would like to, if you happen to enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Let's find out these laws.
Paid for something with all the loose change in your wallet. What if you wanted to pay for some milk and bread with $10 worth of 50-cent coins? Doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, you could be refused service. It's happened before, and it turns out it's completely legal.
Counting coins on the counter of the 7-Eleven from 6:15 till 7:45.
There's an obscure section in the Australian Currency Act 1965. It says coins aren't legal tender if they exceed 20 cents where 1 and or 2 cent coins are offered, and these can still be used. $5 if any combination of 5, 10, 20 and or 50-cent coins are offered, or 10 times the face value of the coin if $1 or $2 coins are offered. But all of this is up to the merchant. If they're happy to accept the coins, then no problem. Back to the milk and bread. So if you did want to use those 50-cent coins, the maximum amount you could go up to would be $5 before someone could refuse to accept.
Wow.
So what if you're trying to pay for that $3.50 cup of coffee with a $100 note? Well, the Reserve Bank of Australia says Australian banknotes and coins do not necessarily have to be used in transactions, and refusal to accept payment in legal tender banknotes and coins is not unlawful.
First of all, I just want to say, it is a weird law to me. It is obscure, but at the same time, I do understand it. Because have you ever waited in line behind someone who was about to pay with nothing but change? Oh my God. It will shut down the line for the next 20-30 minutes. The line just getting backed up, and you got to go find different registers to go to because that person decided to pay for everything in change. Now, I hate to be judgmental because that may be all somebody had was change, and that's how they're going to pay for everything, and it's understandable. But at the same time, and I'm talking about before self-checkout machines, because now you just throw all your change, or now you got those machines in Walmart and stuff. You just put all your change in, and it'll give you a money amount back. So, but oh my God, yeah, I found it extremely, extremely frustrating. I guess in convenience stores they don't have those machines, so it's extremely frustrating when somebody just pulls out so much change and they're paying in change. So I understand the law, and then also like trying to pay for a £3.50 coffee with a £100 note is, I mean, a lot of stores just don't have like change, a lot of change in the cash register. They have a certain amount they have, so giving you $96 back in change is like, come on. You know we're not doing that, so I'm not mad about that either.
Only 2 coins, the Holy Dollar and Dump coin, have had their legal tender status removed. So technically, you could use pennies and shillings and other pre-decimal coins if you wanted, although they're probably worth more as collector items.
In come the dollars and in come the cents, to replace the pounds and the shillings and the pence.
There are plenty of other obscure laws in Australia which you've probably never heard of, but are 100% legit.
This is for the Commonwealth of Australia.
And this is for the United States of America.
In 2017, Victoria introduced specific legislation banning mooning, aka exposing your bare rear end. First-time offenders face up to 2 months in jail.
2 months? First time?
Victoria also says you can't fly a kite to the annoyance of any person in a public place.
Really?
We all know about noise restrictions in residential areas, but
the mooning, I get it. I mean, why are you mooning in the first? You don't need to be mooning, but 2 months in jail for mooning, I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. But the fact that they had to make this a law means that it was too much mooning going on. Like, what is going on with everybody mooning? It meant I feel like that's the only reason you make a law if it's happening too much. It must have been too much mooning happening. I said we got to make a law against this. We got to ban it. First time offenders up to 2 months in jail. That'll get them to stop. What was this last one she was talking about? That's crazy. The kite to the annoyance. So if you're flying your kite and someone just, that's annoying me. And you're saying you got to stop flying your kite at that point?
Place. We all know about noise restrictions in residential areas, but Victoria's pretty specific about it. It's an offence to make unreasonable noise with a vacuum cleaner, amongst other items, after 10 p.m. or before 7 a.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. on weekends.
Okay.
And you can't drive a dog or goat harnessed or attached to a vehicle in a public place, just in case you were considering doing that.
That means somebody did it. That means somebody did it if they got to make a law against it. I understand the noise regulations, right? That doesn't bother me.
Up until a couple of years ago, it was illegal to have more than 50 kilograms of potatoes in Western Australia. Also in the West, you could spend a year in jail if you try and clean up seabird or bat poo without a licence.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Don't even think about challenging someone to a duel in WA or Tasmania.
I challenge you to a duel.
That could cost you $6,000 or 2 years behind bars.
Just a challenge?
While many of these laws seem ridiculous now, it's just not possible for governments to comb through every single offence that exists, and reviewing them often isn't high on the priority list, with punishments unlikely. There are plenty of other lesser-known rules that are actively enforced today. Drivers in New South Wales can be fined up to $2,200 for not taking enough care to avoid splashing mud on public bus passengers. Nationwide.
And that's right. You're goddamn right. That should be paid attention to, because that's just disrespectful. That's just, unless you just can't see the rain's coming down, but then you shouldn't be driving fast anyway if you can't see. So that's just disrespectful.
You can't take your dog for a walk or run while riding a bike. And using offensive language in a public place is a criminal offence. That can go for slogans too. A couple of years ago, a Brisbane man was fined for moving a fridge on a train. It's not the only oversized item Queenslanders have tried to move on public transport, and anything that doesn't fit on luggage racks or under seats is a no-no. And ever heard of squatters' rights? Well, it's an actual thing. You can apply for ownership of a property if you can prove you've lived there for 12 to 15 years, depending on the state, without the permission of the owner. A few months ago, the New South Wales Supreme Court granted ownership of a house in Sydney's inner west to a property developer. 20 years earlier, he found the empty home and has been renting it out ever since.
Well played, sir.
But don't believe everything you read.
Definitely well played. 100% well played. Dang, because I feel like, 12 to 15 years, you deserve some squatter rights. You done got away with it that long, that's your crib at that point. But anything before that, you get that house back to the people that own it.
On the internet, there are some popular but unverifiable claims that it's illegal to wear hot pink pants after midday on Sunday in Victoria, and that you can't dress up as Batman or Robin in Australia.
Our job is finished.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and let us know about any weird or wacky laws that you've heard of.
It ain't no better Batman and Robin than Dale Boy and Rodney. If you ever watch Only Fools and Horses, it's a UK sitcom, but no better Batman and Robin than those two. But I feel like these countries aren't as weird as a lot of other places. Like these laws, this country's laws aren't as weird as a lot of other places that I've heard, where it's just absolute crazy to me, some of the laws, and I'm like, huh? So Australia, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Although some are weird. Some are obscure. A lot of them just make sense to me. That's all we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed that, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the next video. See you guys next time.